Hi, I'm back again. I figured I would go ahead and do another one of these. It's been a little while, a little over a week. I've just been really busy. I just moved into my new place. I've been here about, I'd say 3 to 4 days. Things are still bothering me. Completely blind without my glasses, so I just have to hope that I look okay. Anyway, I've only been here a few days, so still kind of getting used to the whole, ins and outs of this place. Not really sleeping very well lately, and I felt kind of sick the last couple days, so there's that. And then I was actually going to do this one of these Sunday, but then I ended up getting sidetracked because I had things going on, and I was packing feverishly for the last week or so. But I'm also in here for now, and I'm here until the 27th, and then I'll move into my new place with my new roommate, who is awesome, amazing, and tiny. Those are the adjectives I would use to describe her. Not a romantic involvement or anything like that, just a roommate. So anyway, let's see, like I said, not a lot has been going on with me. Last week, we had gay prom, which is kind of an alternative prom for those people who, maybe would be, kind of turned away from going to their prom if they wanted, a boy wanted to bring a boy, or a girl wanted to bring a girl, or a boy wanted to wear a dress, or a girl wanted to wear a tux, whatever. So we did that. It's kind of an all-ages thing. It's hosted by a local LGBT group here, so it's pretty awesome. I had a lot of fun. I got quite drunk in the hotel bar and danced, made a fool of myself for a while, and pretty good time. Let's see. Okay, so work has been pretty standard. I mean, not a lot of things have been going on at work. I haven't really had any big issues or customers going off the deep end or anything like that, so that's been good. Okay, well, I guess what I'll do is I'll tell you about how I came out at work and how that was for me. So, let's see. I initially had planned to come out last August. A little after my birthday, I was going to kind of tell my management crew and be like, hey, listen, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to do it, I hope it's okay, things like that. There's not really anything in our policy about trans people. We actually just got gender identity included into the dress code pretty recently, like I'd say probably about maybe a little bit before October of last year, so just really recently. So let's see. So there's that. What had happened was I had already told a few people that I had been going to therapy, because I started in January of last year going to therapy, and I had told a few people what was going on, just a select few. And one person, I guess I told the wrong person, or someone overheard me say something to someone else, and they, told someone else, they told someone, and that spread like wildfire. Finding out someone who is, one of the butchiest guys ever, and, this total jerkhole, you never would even guess that he was gay in 1,000 years, is going to be a girl. I mean, that's pretty big news. So, once I found out that everyone knew, it was just pretty much like, well, screw it, everyone already knows, why don't I just come out now? I mean, I'm already dressing full-time at home, and when I go grocery shopping, and when I go, therapy and whatever, so I might as well just go with full kit. And so I started really small. I just started wearing makeup to work and that sort of thing. Doing my nails, and I'd say it probably went about a week before I started wearing a bra and girl shirts and girls jeans, that sort of thing, and asked for a name and actually name tag, and it took a very long time to get my name tag changed. I had filed for my name change. It took, in this area, it takes 90 days for it to go to the court, and then you've got to go to a court thing and pay a ridiculous amount of money. It was $160 something bucks, $128 to file with the court, which is not that bad. That's pretty much what you're going to pay in a lot of places. However, the local paper here charged me $420 to run the ad that was approximately this large, in their classified section, in the legal section, for 3 days. It ran on 3 Saturdays in a row, and that cost $420, where you can run a classified ad that's about this big for about $30, and that'll run for an entire week. So I had no idea why that cost that much money, other than the paper decided to rip off people. So that's really awesome. And it's not only just for like people who change their name like me, people who change their name when they get married. So that's super. But there's much more about them that I'd rather not get into. Anyway, so came out at work. At first I was completely bombarded with questions, like so many questions. Everything from, well, I thought you had a fiance, to, do you still like girls? Do you, are you going to have the surgery? Once you have the surgery, how does that work? Do you, does it work? Can you orgasm? Can you do this? Are you still going to like Star Wars? Or was that all fake too? Or are you still a huge nerd? And all these things. And so, if it's a question that you've thought of, I've been asked it in person. So someone somewhere along the line has asked me it. Let's see. So, like I said, at first it was really rough. Customers kind of didn't know, is that a boy or a girl? And customers kind of questioned it a lot. Associates had a hard time remembering to call me she, or my new name, and they would mess up a lot. Now both of those things have gotten a lot better. I almost never get outed by a customer. I've had customers before I had a customer maybe 6 months ago call me a drag queen and started a big loud, argument, almost turned into a fight because I almost kicked the shit out of her. And that was a good time. Some white trash girl. It's in this area. No offense to you if you come from a, lower income bracket. Please act like a civil human being. Don't act like some of these people. Please. We're all human. We're all here. We're all stuck here. None of us like it. So why make someone else's life miserable? It's a good question. Anyway, so like I said, came out at work. It's easier to keep, if you can keep a hold of your job, which a lot of people get fired when they come out of trans, especially in no-fault states. Or they'll find a reason to fire you if there is a fault, Maybe you can get unemployment, but suing your employer for firing you because you were trans puts this giant stamp on your future employment that says, well, you sued your last boss. Are you going to sue me? So, that's a tough line to walk. If you're going to nail some huge company for millions of dollars, you figure you can ride on that for a long time, then go for it. But, a lot of times it's not worth it. I don't know, like I said, it's easier to, if you can keep a hold of your job, to stick with your job a long time. Now that I've been there for a year, since coming out, people have gotten used to calling me she. Things have gotten a lot better. Like I said, the dress code improved pretty soon after I came out. And, my only limitation is that I can't use the women's room, which I feel is kind of ridiculous. But I can see where they're coming from. If I go to the mall and I go into the women's room, one, no one has ever questioned me in a female bathroom, ever. Two, I'm not in there to ogle the girls, I'm in there to take a piss. And it's not like I'm standing up taking it. I sit down to pee like everyone else. Let's see. But yeah, it's rough, but it's easy to find a new job, especially in this job market. It's hard enough finding a job when you are a regular, average American, let alone if you're trans or if you have some other thing going on. Employers don't want to take that risk that you're going to cause some thing. If you do try to get a new job, one of my biggest pointers is do not focus at all on the trans thing. If they bring it up for some reason, like maybe your name isn't changed yet, or they see the M on your driver's license or whatever, seriously, make it a side note. You're like, yeah, I was born a guy, I'm a girl now. It's kind of how I roll. Don't let it look like it affects your life at all, because if it affects your life, it's going to affect your job performance. Guaranteed. And they're not going to like that. Like, I applied at Macy's before my name was changed, actually, and I was sitting there waiting for my interview, and it was time for my interview to go, and they were like, well, we need to find this and this. Like, they couldn't find my stuff, and they were like, and I was really kind of nervous about being like, well, it's probably because you're looking for the wrong person. And they finally said, we only have one interview scheduled for this time. What's your name? And I was like, well, my name is Justin so-and-so. And they were like, oh, well, then we actually do have your paperwork. Give me a minute. She had a little conversation with someone else, went to the back, and did my interview, and I felt like it went great. And then towards the end, I had talked quite a bit about why I was leaving my current job, and they were like, because they weren't treating me properly. There were no policies in place to keep people from making fun of me, because there was quite a bit of that at first too, with other employees, making fun of me, or doing whatever, joking, talking behind my back, and it was really rough at first, for sure. Anyway, so then she sits down and she asks me, she goes, well, would you be okay with working with the public? I was like, I know this is probably not the right thing to say in an interview, but I was like, well, I showed up to the interview, didn't I? I came in here as Ashley with knowing full well my name said Justin on that application, and I showed up. And she was like, well, we don't really have any openings, even though they had, that was the reason I applied, because they had an ad that had started that day about openings for juniors in Mrs. department. And they were like, we might have some stuff opening up in the back room pretty soon, and you could work back there unloading the trucks. It's like, no. Deuces. Anyway. So, I'd love to find a new job. I would love to get into food service or bartending or something that was more, less retail. I've been doing retail for so long, it's kind of the only thing I know. And my roommate is coming home, so he will be in the door any minute. It's his 20th birthday party tonight, so everyone wish Chris a happy birthday. We're going to do some Jell-O shots. Friends of ours are coming over, part of my trans group, some other friends. We're going to have a good time. So, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Like I said, feel free to subscribe. Check back every week. I'm going to do these videos pretty often. I will probably be once a week, still next week, but then the next week I'll probably do 1 or 2 a week, once I get settled into my new apartment. Like I said, share this video, please. If you know anyone, that's got questions, if you're trans, you've got friends that don't get it, share it. It's better than nothing. Alright, well, I'm gonna go get drunk. You guys have a good night. I'll see you later.